The Dark Continent arc in Hunter x Hunter takes place primarily aboard the massive Black Whale ship, en route to the uncharted and perilous Dark Continent. This voyage brings together a variety of factions, each with its own agendas, rivalries, and secrets. While the story is ongoing and details continue to emerge, here is an overview of the major groups, their goals, and notable members, as revealed so far in the manga. Kaken royal family and the 14 princes. Aboard the Black Whale, the most prominent group is undoubtedly the Kaken royal family, led by King Nasubi Hui Gworu. He has initiated a brutal succession contest that pits his 14 children, collectively known as the princes, against one another in a deadly game. Each prince is assigned a guardian nen beast that reflects their personality and ambitions, making the conflict even more perilous. Some of the more notable princes include Benjamin, the eldest son and a seasoned military leader who wields formidable personal power. Camilla, driven by arrogance and bolstered by a fierce nen beast. Zhang Lei, whose strategic mindset and ability to accumulate wealth position him as a hidden threat. Tsariadnik, an unnervingly gifted nen learner with sadistic tendencies. And the youngest ones like Woble, protected by Queen Oito and the newly recruited hunters. While every prince employs bodyguards, mercenaries, or even assassins to gain an edge, their ultimate goal is the same: survive the succession war and claim the Kaken throne. King Nasubi presides over this twisted contest, believing that only the last prince standing deserves to inherit the kingdom. The tension between these royal contenders is so intense that the halls of the Black Whale are riddled with distrust and frequent attempts at sabotage, all while the guardian nen beasts, each uniquely horrifying, lurk in the background as living manifestations of princely ambition. The Zodiacs, Hunter Association. Acting as an authoritative force on the ship is the Hunter Association's top echelon, the Zodiacs. Initially formed under the legendary Isaac Netero, they have since reorganized under chairwoman Cheetle, the dog Zodiac, after Netero's death. Their mission is ostensibly simple: maintain order during the voyage and ensure that the expedition to the Dark Continent follows some modicum of regulation. However, the succession war has turned even basic policing tasks into high-risk endeavors. The Zodiacs present on the Black Whale, including members like Mizaistam and Kanzai, work tirelessly to prevent total chaos. Though they face internal debates about how to handle the expedition and the royal feud, their presence was meant to keep tension in check. But with multiple princes and factions vying for power, the Zodiacs frequently find themselves spread thin, constantly extinguishing fires, both literal and metaphorical, in the ever-volatile environment of the ship. Beyond Netero and his supporters, adding another layer of intrigue is Beyond Netero, the enigmatic son of Isaac Netero. Driven by an almost obsessive need to surpass his father's legendary legacy, he has orchestrated this voyage to the Dark Continent. In league with him are several notable figures, most controversially, Pariston Hill, the ex-vice chairman of the Hunter Association and a master manipulator with his own secret aims, and Ging Freaks, Gon's father, whose intelligence and unpredictable methods make him an invaluable, yet inscrutable ally. The group's overarching objective is to explore the Dark Continent with minimal interference, hoping to unlock whatever secrets or resources lie beyond the known world. However, the Hunter Association keeps a wary eye on Beyond and his coterie, believing he may resort to unorthodox or dangerous tactics to achieve his goals. This watchfulness only heightens the tension, as Beyond supporters and the Zodiacs engage in a subtle cat-and-mouse dance, neither side fully trusting the other's motives. Mafia families, Shiyu, Cha'ar, and Haili. Deep within the lower decks of the Black Whale, three major Mafia syndicates maintain a tense balance of power: the Shiyu family, the Cha'ar family, and the Haili family. Each family claims a specific territory and pledges loyalty, at least on paper, to different royal princes, effectively entangling themselves in the succession war. Their goals extend beyond mere survival. They seek to monopolize smuggling routes, control black market dealings, and expand their influence under the chaos of the voyage. Conflict regularly flares among these syndicates, resulting in assassinations, turf wars, or elaborate schemes involving nen users. Perhaps the most unsettling presence is Morena Prudo, the leader of the Haili family, whose frightening nen ability allows her followers to level up by killing, thus enabling them to evolve into deadlier threats. Morena's anarchic ideology contrasts sharply with the more traditional power play approaches of the Shiyu and Cha'ar families, turning the lower decks into a lawless battleground where alliances shift as swiftly as the ocean currents. Phantom Troupe. If the royal feud and mafia conflicts weren't enough, the notorious Phantom Troupe also joins the fray. Led by Crollo Lucilfer, the troupe includes familiar rogues such as Nobunaga, Phaeton, Finks, and Machi, each a specialist in lethal nen abilities. Their initial motivation for boarding the Black Whale is to hunt down Hisoka, who has recently become an adversary to the group, though they are never above profiting from any turmoil they encounter. Their penchant for opportunism, combined with their brutal methods, makes them a wildcard faction, capable of tipping the balance of power if they see fit. Their mere presence casts a shadow of fear across the lower decks, as few can match their coordinated ruthlessness when they decide to act. Miscellaneous hunters and bodyguards. Aside from these major players, numerous individuals with varying loyalties roam the ship. Kurapika leads a contingent of rookie hunters and some veterans, all drafted into a protective detail for Prince Woble and Queen Oido. He also offers rapid Nen instruction to security teams, hoping that equipping them with minimal Nen capabilities might shift the balance in this nightmarish game. Meanwhile, professional bodyguards and mercenaries hired by the other princes carry out covert missions, assassinations, and espionage, each loyal only to the contract or, in some cases, personal vendettas. For them, the succession war is as much about survival and payday as it is about moral or political stance. The corridors of the Black Whale thus become a labyrinth of hidden threats and clandestine meetings, where every step can lead to an unexpected trap set by a rival bodyguard or a cunning Nen user. The Black Whale, a pressure cooker at sea. Collectively, these factions shape the Black Whale into a high-stakes battleground even before it reaches the Dark Continent's shores. Royalty driven mad by ambition, Mafia families struggling for dominance, hunters under conflicting orders, and wild cards like the Phantom Troupe create an atmosphere thick with paranoia. The succession war stands as the immediate catalyst for violence, but every faction has an eye on the bigger prize, the Dark Continent itself. The unknown horrors that await them across uncharted waters loom menacingly, hinting that whatever treachery and death the ship has seen so far may pale in comparison to what lurks beyond. Until then, each step on the Black Whale's corridors is fraught with peril. As alliances shift, blood is spilled, and ulterior motives steer everyone toward destiny, whether they're ready for it or not.